Today we're going to show you how to replace a main PCB that's located on the back of an LG refrigerator. Before you get started, make sure and unplug the unit from power or turn off the circuit breaker. Just make sure there's no power being supplied to the unit before you start. Also, anytime you're doing a repair, always wear some type of gloves or hand protection to save yourself from any cuts or scrapes. So a main PCB that's located on the back of the unit will have screws around the edges. This particular one has 1, 2, 3. We're going to take these 3 Phillips head screws out using a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and then we'll continue with the repair process. When you get your last screw out, you'll notice that this panel is still holding in place. There's a tab at the bottom, so you have to pull up. This tab goes into this slot at the bottom to remove the cover, and now you've exposed your main board. Next, we'll be removing all the wiring harnesses from the main board. Each one of these connectors has a release tab that you will push in on while you are pulling back. Try to show you that release tab right here. You push it on while you're pulling back to unplug these from the board. Now, like in this case where it's close to the side, if you can't get your finger in there, you can take a flat blade screwdriver and use it to push in on that tab while you pull out. So that's a little trick to help you unplug these. I'm going to work around and unplug the rest, and we'll show you the rest of the procedure. So now that all the wiring harnesses are disconnected, I'll show you the only thing that's holding this board in place. Down the sides, there's these plastic tabs. There's 3 on this side. There's 2 on this side. The 2 on this side, you can take your finger and you can pull back. The ones on the right side, they're all stationary. So what you want to do to get the board out is pull back while pulling out. That will disengage the board, and you have now uninstalled your main PCB. To install your new main board, the right side is going to go in first and slide in behind those stationary tabs. And make sure and hold your wiring harnesses back before you snap it all the way into place. Make sure no wires are behind the board, and then you just push in. And now the tabs on this side are also holding the board in, and you have now installed the main board into place. Next, we'll go ahead and plug back in all of our wiring harnesses. Just work your way around to make sure you don't miss plugging any back in. Now that all our wiring harnesses have been reinstalled, it's time to put our cover back on. You'll want to line this tab up with the slot in the back of the unit. Make sure that your power cord is lined up with the recess, and then it's time to put your 3 screws back in place that we took out earlier. And with your last screw in place, you have now successfully installed the main PCB on the back of an LG refrigerator.